families, powers ultimate, Ikaro, Abaru, Oboye, Obosheshe. My name is Kwafi Giacomo Yokan. I will be your instructor. Welcome to Curriculum in Class 2 of the ATRA, African Traditional Religious Academy. Today, I just want to start off this second curriculum from where we left off in our lives, speaking about Olodumare, but I also want to speak about the 16 truths. If we start understanding these terms, if we start understanding these so-called steps to information and knowledge, we begin to understand this practice and culture a little bit more. Okay? I just want to remind you about, the principles of Ifa, the fundamentals of Ifa, the core basic understanding of Ifa. We got to understand that there's levels to this life. Okay? You got copper, you got brass, you got silver, you got gold, okay? And there's levels, and you must walk through each alchemic stage to get to the next. Until you understand one element, you will not understand the next element, because you have to start at the core foundation of these practices. And understand that Ifa is a system that makes you enlightened, it makes you awaken, it makes you balanced, but it is due to your responsibility, okay? It is based from your duties. It is based from your work ethic. It is based on your participation as far as devotion, motivation, and being determined as far as doing the work that's in your life. So we must understand that, they say, I can give you Ifa, okay? And it's just like me giving you a bar of gold, okay? It's just like me giving you, a sack of money. I can give you this gold, but until you understand where gold come from, the property value of gold, the alchemic value of gold, until you understand your savings, your financial intelligence, your financial literacy, the gold is going to be worthless. The gold is going to be temporary. And it's just kind of the same thing with Ifa. We can give you this wealth, we can give you this blessing, we can give you this enlightened code, but unless you are doing the work yourself, it's kind of useless and pointless, and the benefits will be temporary. So our goal here at the Academy is to make sure this information not only is to be able to be reviewed so it sticks with you, but also that you are doing the pinnacle work yourself, okay? I want to talk about the complexity for a small moment of, let's just say, the Orisa. And when we speak about the Orisa, I'm speaking about all of them. Understand that Yoruba doesn't have the elaboration of S representing plural, okay? So when we speak about Orisa, I'm not speaking about one, I'm speaking about many, I'm speaking about all of them. And when we deal with these Orisa, we got to understand that there's two types of Orisas, okay? There's multiple facets, there's multiple folders of this Orisa. You have, let's just say, rough and smooth. You have up and down. You have so-called positive and negative. We can say you have hot and cool. Okay? We have fluid and solid. Once you start understanding which Orisa is which and which form of this Orisa that you can use to go through tribulations or problems in your life, then you will be able to understand the information more of how to tap into Orisa, how to initiate into Orisa, how to draw or summon Orisa into your life, in your daily life, and be able to get assistance, okay? But African proverb, when you pray, you must move your feet. So make sure you are doing the work yourself. It not only comes with studying and knowledge, but making sure you're putting yourself in the right environment. Make sure you're eating the right things. We start speaking about diet in Ifa and other courses, okay? So we have to understand, I let people know about the 4 classes of A's. If you understand the 4 classes of A's when you are dealing with spirituality, a lot of these practices will become simple, okay? You have the awakening stage. We have 5, okay? It's the 4 A's, but it's really 5 folders. The first folder is the I. So it's I, A. The first I is ignorance, okay? This is the stage where you're asleep. I'm using the term ignorance with all respect and no disrespect. The stage of not knowing, the stage of not being educated, the stage of being asleep, okay? And I guess we can even say this is another A as we speak about asleep, okay? So it's 5 A's. this ignorant stage, this asleep stage. This stage is what you were born into. This stage is what you get to the step before Ifa. Okay? When you find this information, this is the stage of awakening, the boost stage of consciousness. Waking up, finding yourself, finding your Ori, understanding, guiding yourself through the information, guiding yourself with the knowledge. Okay? This is the awakening. Once you are awakened, it's not over yet. You still have to do the work. You go into the awareness stage. See, being awake is one thing. Hearing about this knowledge is one thing, but being aware to this knowledge is a whole different folder. Being aware to when you run into this information out into the human experience, okay? Of how to depict when you are at a certain stage. The awareness, being aware and being awakened is two different folders. You gotta be aware that this information is abundant. You have to be aware when you are running through certain tribulations or certain energies or vibrations, okay? We have the application. We always say information is useless unless you understand how to move it into knowledge. And this comes with awakening to awareness. You have to apply the knowledge, and this is when it becomes valuable. Okay? Just because you know something doesn't mean anything. People know many things. We know right from wrong. But until you start practicing what is right, right and wrong is just a part of life. So the application of the information will be the third A. Okay? This comes with applying what you need and not applying what you don't need. So you're ciphering through. You're scanning through the information. Okay? And then the next is access. Once you apply this information, you must have access to the energy. You must have access to the Risa. You must have access to the items and consecration, sacred energy and vibrations. Okay? So until we understand these facets and these folders, things is going to be, kind of far-fetched for us. So just to go back to Olodumare, because that's where we left off in our live yesterday. When we speak about Olodumare, let's start understanding there's many different quote-unquote folds of this energy. This is not what we consider a Arisa. They do compare it with the Arisas, but this is not what we consider a Arisa. Okay? Sometimes you have Ini Dumare. You have Ani Odumare. Okay? You have Olodumare. You have Odutioke Mare. Okay? You have you hear us say about the one who spreads his mat. This is the divine God. This is the divine creator. This is the energy that is responsible for creating the billions of stars that we have in our galaxy. We have over 1 billion stars in our galaxy alone. They say it's trillions of galaxies. Okay? So we must believe in the extraterrestrial. We must believe in the so-called aliens. We must believe that there's another existence out there, because once we start studying the psychology of Olodumare, this is pure existence. This is pure creation. We speak about, if you believe in the Big Bang theory, that this is that energy. Okay? This is the owner of the source of creation. Anything that can create. So we talk about being non-binary as far as genders and different things with specific energies in Orisa. And Olodumare, they say it's non-binary. You can find it in the male, you can find it in the female, you can find it in the masculine, you can find it in the feminine. But as far as the pure divine creator, the supreme God, the owner of the source of creation, we have to say that it is more of a feminine energy. And we would speak about what is masculine and what is feminine. But Alaba, Lese, Iba, Olodumare. Okay? The owner, the one who, the owner of the divine creation. Okay? So this energy is not exactly the creator of the earth. This Olodumare had created 7 beings. The first 7 beings that he created was what we call the 7 African powers. What we call the first mandatory, most popular principles of the 7 Orisas. Okay? They say when light was created, that was the Su, the enforcer, the one who guards the crossroads, the path, the door, the prestige, okay? The moving forward. They say he is your feet, the one who carries you forward. This is the light. Let there be light, okay? This is the first existence. They say this is one of the oldest beings. They say Olodumare was in the thicket of the darkness of the universe, the solar system, and he started creating. When he was creating, it started to rain. Water started to build up. He really couldn't see into the darkness, but a light flicker was there. This was the Asu energy, the moving forward. The water, when it started to build up, he seen a figure swimming towards him. This, they say, was Yimoja. But understand, when he was creating there, so he's sitting there doing magic, and he sees something and feels something whipped by him, but he wasn't sure what it was. So he continued doing his mojo. He continued doing the juju. He continued creating. And this is when the rain started to fall. This is when Yimoja starts to swim up to him. But understand that first swift that came by, we call Ulugun, the bottom of the ocean. When he was creating what we know of to be Earth, it was just a marshy plain. It was just a dark existence. It was just a world or an environment that had nothing but water. We have these stories that they speak about in the Christian or Catholic traditions. We must remember that at this point in time, the world was nothing but a marsh. It was nothing but a swampy, watery area. So he empowered Obatala, one of the 7 created African powers, the one of the oldest Orisas. He created Obatala and gave him a snail with sand in it. He gave him a hen and a dove or a pigeon. He equipped him with a golden chain. They say it was gold or it was spider webs that he descended down onto the earth. And the sand inside of the shell was what the earth. And the chicken or the rooster and the dove was responsible for running and flying and creating what we know of to be the earth. And when he dropped down from that chain, he said, Ile, which means ground, which means earth, which means home. Obatala was equipped with Ordinmila and Agimo. Agimo is the one who came down to check and make sure that the earth was inhabitable, to make sure the earth was a good creation. Ordinmila, the wisdom, the father of wisdom, the father of law, the father of existence as far as Ori, giving us our Ori, giving us our path, giving us our tails. Like I say, the wisdom. He was equipped with Ordinmila as a counselor. Obatala was responsible for creating our Ori. So he started creating these humans. They say he created the first 16. They say these could be considered the first 16 Mejis, the first 16 Odu. But that's a later conversation. So he created these beings, but these beings was lifeless until Agimo went to consult with Olodumare. Obatala went to consult with Olodumare, and Olodumare breathed life, breathed Emi inside of these beings and gave them their bodies. And this is when they became beings. At this point in time, the sky was closer to the earth. So he had all of these beings that Obatala created. And at this point in time, they had prayers. I always tell people like to remember on Bruce Almighty, how he was going crazy listening to all the prayers from the humans on earth. It's kind of the same thing. So now that we got these humans on earth and so-called Orun, so-called heaven, is closer to earth, Olodumare, the divine creator who wants to create the source of creation, he's creating other existences, other planets, other dimensions, other stars, other energies. He's busy creating. So now he got these beings on earth in one of his other projects, and they got prayers, they got questions, they asking different things. So, he go through the different facets of it. He gives them palm trees, why is a palm tree so important? Because a palm tree can give you many different folders of things. You can take it for the food. It can provide food. It can provide shelter with the leaves. You can make palm oil with it. You have the Akins that comes from the divine divination, they give us the roadmap. So the palm tree was very important. So he's given us all of these things. He's creating all these things for us, and he's giving them to us, but we're humans. So we're eating food, which they gave roosters, which they gave pigeons and doves, And, we're still having questions. We're still asking the divine creator, because at this point in time, we have an alignment with the divine creator. We know that as humans, we lived longer. We didn't need to eat as much. We didn't need to sleep. We didn't need to talk. We were divine beings who lived hundreds and hundreds of years at a certain point in time. So we got careless and we started eating and so-called rubbing our hands on the sky, because remember, the sky was closer. This angered Olodumare. Olodumare got tired of the prayers. He got tired of the the ignorance that we had, and he removed, or he made space between Orun and heaven, or Orun and earth. Ashe? So now heaven is extended away from earth, and he empowers who we call Olorun. Olorun is in charge of being the owner and creator and king of what we call Orun, heaven, and of earth. So he became the sky. Ashe? So at this point in time, I talk about it being a funnel system, going back to the Bruce Almighty, where so much prayers was coming in. Olodumare is trying to create. Olodumare trying to create other existences and galaxies down here, over there. He's creating stars and moons and planets and suns. He's creating other different entities elsewhere. So he wants to focus on his creation. So he empowers Olorun to be a filter system. So those prayers is coming up as a tunnel, right? And they're hitting Olorun. And Olorun is taking these prayers. He's giving the humans, he's giving the celestial beings at this point in time what they need to live in harmonious effort, to live in harmonious energy. So Olorun still has to come back to Olodumare. Hey, our divine humans, they need this. Our Elwos, they need that. The Orisas, this. The humans, that. And still bothering Olodumare. So Olodumare, he says, hey, you're still bothering. I'm trying to create. So it's kind of a question. Once again, we don't have the ultimate tongue. But it's kind of a question in between stories, whether Olodumare created what we call Olofin, or Olorun created Olofin. Because Olodumare like, hey man, like figure it out. And Olorun crafted by the acceptance of Olodumare, because he is the divine creator. Olodumare asked for blessings to be able to craft. He asked for his energy of creation to be able to create a new being, which they created Olofin. When we deal with Olofin, this is a governor. This is the energy of law. So we have Olodumare, which is the owner of existence. He is the owner of time. He is the owner of the future. He is the grand supreme God because he is the creator. Then you have Olorun. Like I said, he is the sky. Some compare him to the sun. Ra, the divine energy in the sky. Ashe, the one who owns the heavens. The one who owns the Orun. This is the existence or the owner of the sky. And then you have Olofin, who is the divine governor, who is the divine energy of law, who we call the sun. So Olofin was a judgment. So when the humans have prayers, when the humans have questions, when the humans have needs, and the Orisas have needs, other than Olorun going to Olodumare, Olofin is in place now. And he grants them. They do divination, they see what they need, and Olofin makes the decision based on the environment, based on what's going on. So it's like Olodumare gave part of his judgmental side, of his law side, of his president side, in lack of a better term, his governor side, to Olofin, and crafted an energy that can do that for him. Remember, Olodumare has no earthly ties. So he doesn't have any... he's not involved in earthly matters, as they say. He doesn't have anything to do with what's going on in the human existence. Only thing he can do is give, create, and produce resources for us. Ashe? So I just wanted to break down of what that is. Now, there is different forms of it as far as masculinity and femininity. We have Aleyi, which is the everlasting. Ashe? This is the grand being. This vibration will always be here, right? This energy, they say that the human body is temporary, but the soul, the Okan, the spirit, the Ori is everlasting. And that was created through the energy of Olodumare. Ilera, which is the creator. This is the energy that's creating. This is the energy that I kind of deem, personal perspective, of being the feminine energy of Olodumare. Everlasting is more of a pure existence. It's kind of both masculine and feminine. Aleyi, Ileda, which is the divine creator. I say that's like kind of the woman in the womb, creating, birthing life. The only energy that we know in this existence that can create is the feminine energy. Ashe? And then we have Olojo Ani, which is the one who assigns. When I kind of say that's the masculine, that's the enforcer, that's the one who is going to, the father is going to have the plan. The father is going to, we're going to do this. The father is going to enforce. The father is going to be a principle of discipline, a principle of activation. This is the way that the backbone of the family, or the lineage, or the ethnic principle of the family is going to go. Olojo Ani is the one who assigns. Ashe. So we have to keep those things in mind when we're dealing with Obatala, Obataki Kiye. Ashe. Excuse me, not Obatala, Olodumare. So this is just something to keep in mind. I want to break down of the divine essence of Olodumare, and we can always speak more about who Olodumare is. So the 16 truths of Ifa, and I want to go through the 16 truths, and we will keep this as short as possible, but I want to go through the 16 truths so you can get an understanding. Certain people say rules, certain people say laws, certain people say guidelines, certain people say fundamentals, some people say the 16 truths. These 16 principles, which you find them in different orders sometimes, once again, we don't claim to have the ultimate tongue. Different branches and different groups are different, so you might hear them slightly different, but this is the basis of understanding. If you can understand this 16 laws, principles, rules, and truths, then you will be able to be a good Ifa practitioner. This goes to the other information as far as the other classes that we got. Doing the work yourself. If you can walk through these 16 truths, these 16 rules, then you will be able to work on your Ewe Pele and focus on your Ori. So, truth number 1, understanding that there is a single God. There is a single divinity creator. There is a single supreme being that rules over all the other energies. Yes, we have Ibramoles. Yes, we have Orisas, Luas, and Kisis, and Pungos, etc. These different energies, prophets, messengers, filters, funnels, communication bridges to the divine Olodumare. Remember, I said Olodumare created these Orisas. These Orisas become connections between the divine and the humans. Okay? So there is one supreme creator. Truth number 2, that there is no devil. There is no secret Satan, secret demon energies that is lurking. Yes, there is negative energies that live in the world. Yes, there is demonic energies that live in the world who will wish to lower your vibrations. But there is no devil. So your wrongdoing is based on your ignorance, is based on your not being prepared, not being calculated, not being in tune with who you are, not being in tune with the supreme creator. But there is no lower vibrational devil that you get to blame on your wrongdoings. By this, you get to take the power back, understanding that you hold the key between what is good, what is bad, and where you need to go and who you need to be. We need to understand and focus on truth number 3, that everything can be changed except the day you were born and the day you die. So I say you have a birth date and you have a death date, and that was given through Olimira. But in the middle is Ifa. In the middle is the experience. In the middle is how you build good Ewepele, Eri and Ibi, good fortune and bad fortune. This is where everything lies. Anything can be changed in your existence other than the day you were born and the day you die. Nothing is mandatory, nothing is guaranteed, and there is no control. You have a birthright. You have a born right to figure out how to be healthy, how to be successful, and how to be happy. It is your birthright to figure out the formula and the vibrations of how to make yourself happy. You do not put that energy on anyone else. It's like getting married. Don't look for a husband and a wife to make you happy. You have to come into that marriage happy. Don't put that energy on them. Don't put that energy on another person to make you happy. When you come with multiple folders, when you come with multiple agendas, when you come to multiple keynotes of yourself. One day you're like this and the next day you're like that. The one year you're like this and the next year you're like that. You want somebody to make a vow to your happiness when you're always rapidly changing and evolving. So it is your job and it is your birthright to be healthy, happy, and successful. You must make a determination. This is truth number 5. You must make a determination of how to grow and obtain wisdom, of how to always evolve, of how to always get rid of ignorance and gain knowledge and information. Truth number 6. You are reborn through blood relatives. This is why ancestral veneration is so important, that the people who came before you through DNA and blood lineage and bloodline is a key to who you are and why you are here. And until you understand your blood relatives' lives, you're going to have a middle ground of confusion about who you are. Ashe. We say that Orun, that heaven, Orun is our home, is our resting place. And life on earth is the marketplace. This is the place where you're coming to trade, where you're coming to learn, where you're coming to give, where you're coming to receive, where you're coming to gossip, where you're coming to talk, where you're coming to gain more wisdom about the spiritual existence and the human existence. And one day you will return to Orun. You will return home. Ashe. You are a part of this universe, spiritually and on a literal sense. You are a key component to this universe. Your existence matters because you are living the example. When a person views you, there are multiple different existences of you, and you are a key component through that experience being part of this universe. Ashe. You must never harm beings. Ashe. This is truth number 9, to never harm beings in this existence. Truth number 10, never harm the universe. So this could be sinning. This could be rape. This could be murder. This could be stealing. This could be lying. This could be littering. This could be pollution. You have to find out how to be in contentment with yourself and find the equilibrium to the universe and be contained and be a child of the universe and help the universe. Ashe. So truth number 10, no harming beings. Truth number 11, no harming the universe. Truth number 12, there's no fixing in life. There's only repairing the roots. Ashe. You can't fix the problems. You can only stop the problems from happening. Stop the problems from having a root. Ashe. You are born with the Ori. You are born with the path. And through divination is how you return to that path. So you must intertwine divination into the life. The next truth is ancestors exist and you must honor them and pay homage to them. Ashe. This is very, very important, very, very key to remember. Sacrifice equals success. Understanding divination, understanding the ebos, understanding the formula through ancestors and orisas. Ashe. Orisas lives within us. We speak about Yimoja being the womb, Yimoja being the scrotum. We speak about Obatala owning our hair, Obatala owning our Ori. We speak about Esu being our throat chakra, Esu being our feet. The one who is the divine messenger, the one who is the divine interpreter, the one who has the throat chakra unlocked to be able to speak to anyone and everything. And also the feet that pushes you, the path that walks, the road, the path that you must walk on. Ashe. The Orisa lives within us, so we can connect to these on a naturopathic side. And also that there is no fear. If you understand Ifa, you understand divination, you start to understand yourself and your Ori and your path. Everything is already written. There is nothing to fear. The Orisas and ancestors walk with us. Ashe. So if we understand these 16 truths, which I will make another breakdown of these 16 truths to study alone. But if we understand these 16 truths, we start to understand Ifa better. We start to build a relationship with Ifa and our Ori. And if we follow these so-called commandments, just like we have the 42 laws of Ma'at, just like we have the 10 commandments, if we study these truths, this will bring us closer to Ifa, and this will bring us closer to the essence of the ancestors and the Risa, and how we can live a better life and use these cultures to better ourselves. Ashe. So I didn't want to take too long. I just want to keep these in mind, that this is a practice that you must study and work on continuously to become the best practitioner, the best devotee, the best child of the universe that you can be. Ashe. So power is ultimate. Ashe Abakun. Everybody stay healthy out there. If you have any questions about this, please load them up in the notes or on Patreon on the class and make a post of it. Ashe. But we will go back over this in the live Q&A review. Ashe. And like I say, I will make a video or some content about the 16 truths alone, so we can speak more about that, or we can have a more simpler review and you don't have to wait through the whole curriculum. Ashe. So power is ultimate, faith that all is well, faith that you have retained some of this information, that you have retained some notes, and that we have taught you today. So be prepared for the rest of the curriculums throughout the week in the Odu study tomorrow. Ashe. Ashe Abakun. Everybody stay healthy out there.